Let's get into this one last thing before we get questions.
Yeah, got
Walmart, Netflix, Walmart.
That was it just now.
Oh,
yeah.
You ready to get up out of here, boy? We can wrap him up now. I killed on the presentation.
Yo, man, just free information. So much that it's tough to even keep up.
We've been on the road for 14 days, man.
I can only imagine. I'm tired for y'all.
Hey, we got Seabass upstairs too. Danielle wanted me to tell you.
All right, that's love.
Love you, honey.
Appreciate that. All right, Janet, with the plan.
Janet, where you at? Before Shotty fall asleep on us.
Hey guys.
What's going
on?
on?
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. Updated us on the business.
On what? The Airbnb?
Mm-hmm.
It's going well.
Proud of you.
Nothing really new there. I'm all 5 stars. Thank God.
That's incredible.
Still to this day.
To this day. I had some people leave today, and I have someone else coming on Friday. So
cleaning service in there already?
Yes.
That's what I'm talking about.
Dope.
And I put an offer in on a house today, on a multifamily. So we'll see how that goes.
Is that
right? Shout out to MG the mortgage guy, because it's always good to get real life testimonies. And we was with my brother Mike Brown this weekend, and he was telling us, he was like, he's in the process of buying a home, him and his wife. And he was like, he was going through MG the mortgage guy's home buyer's blueprint. And he was like, yo, it's so much information. He's like, I never knew none of this. They don't teach us how to buy a home. And that's like, I always said that, like, home buying is like probably the biggest thing that most people is going to do in their life. And there's no education for it. You just go to the bank and just hope that you don't get taken advantage of. You don't even know if you get taken advantage of or not. You don't know like the programs, you know, any of that stuff. So shout out to MG for making an encyclopedia. I told him that was an encyclopedia
I should have called
him for home buying. And I don't think people fully appreciate it. But I just wanted to say that because you said you was buying a home. So yeah, MG the mortgage guy, shout out to him.
That was unsolicited. He just like offered that. I was like, wow. Because I remember when Matt was completing he was like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't think I like it. I'm like, nah, this is the best thing I've ever seen. Like everybody needs to see this. So shout out to our brother, Matt.
Shout out to Matt. Okay, Janet. So you are buying a home. You got an Airbnb. You doing Toro?
I haven't started that yet. I'm still gathering information.
Oh, shout out! I gotta give a shout out to Maddie J also. Steve O.
yeah.
Shout out to the marathon continues. We chopped it up with Steve O.
Damn, I forgot we did that.
If you're a fan of Nipsey Hussle, you know who Steve O is.
That's crazy.
And just a great guy. He was telling us he listens all the time, and he's getting in the Toro. He's like, that's the episode that really got me. So shout out to Maddie J. He also told us that he wishes that Nipsey was still alive because Nipsey would have loved us. So that was like something that, that's one of Nipsey's best friends.
Yeah.
Like with him every single day for 12 years. So to hear him say that, he was like, I know he would have loved y'all. Like, I wish he was still here to see this. So
it was a moment. It was definitely a moment. I don't really pick up my phone after 11 o'clock, but I saw him call, and when he said that, I just sat, and I think I texted you like after. I was just like, I just had a moment, bro. Like, because that was our guy. And we had, one of the things I told him was like, that's why we do what we do. Because like, the marathon is going to continue through us and through everybody that's listening here. So shout out to Steve O, shout out to Black Sam, shout out to the whole family. Shout out to Slauson.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Oh, and hey, we're wearing pink.
Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
That's a fact.
Yes.
That's a fact. So we got some new merch on the site. Obviously, proceeds go to breast cancer awareness. I think we got the black and pink, and then we had the original. I couldn't find my original, so I wore the AKA one that I got on now. So shout out to all the AKAs.
I need one of those, by the way.
You AKA?
No, but I just.
Okay.
Shout out to all the AKAs.
Shout out to all the AKAs.
All right, Janet, let's get into it. Let's get in some questions.
All right, let's do it. Bass Moreno, unmute yourself. We're coming to you.
My boy Boss.
Yeah.
That's a day one right there.
Yes.
Boss, unmute yourself. You've been unmuted, my guy. What's up?
What's up, guys? How you doing?
Everything good, man.
You.
Well, Janet, congratulations on everything that you're doing. You're inspiring me.
Thank you.
Rashad Troy, a pleasure meeting you in the Bronx. That event was a definite movie. It was good to be back home for that.
They still talking about that, man. Bronx, shout out to the Bronx. Shout out to Jimmy.
And the showstopper, Ian. How you doing, brother?
My brother, how you doing?
Good. I got a question about the debt ceiling. Would it have an effect one way or another regarding the stock, or is it just smoke Democrats and Republicans smokescreen?
Smoke screen. So homework for you guys. How many times have we faced this dilemma? And every time we've had it, how many times have they passed it? Got to tell you the answer. A lot of it's clickbait. So if there was really a concern or a shutdown, people would tell you all across the world. You'll feel the effects of it. They're going to pass it. It's just a lot of little political posturing. And if it was something that was big, trust me, I would tell you, because I don't want my portfolio affected. It'll pass. It'll pass. But for those of you that are into politics or that have studied how governments work, this is probably on a scale of 1 to 10, probably a concern of 3. You have nothing to worry about.
Yeah, I think they moved it to December now, right?
Yeah, they just,
Yeah,
you gotta do your
punt the ball down the field.
Government version of like rat beef. They're like, hey, I won't do this, and that's fine. We do need to worry about the national debt, though. We'll talk about that maybe in a month. That's a big concern, but as far as the government shutdown, it's not gonna happen. We'll be good. We'll be good.
I appreciate your question,
you, boss.
brother. Thank you.
Shout out to the Bronx.
Great question. BX Burrow.
All right, Tamika, we're coming to you. Unmute yourself.
Hi, good evening. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, we
How are
can.
you?
Yes.
I'm good, you guys. So my question is related to investing for your kid. So right now, I currently buy stock for my kids every month, and I try to educate them on the market. However, every time I have a conversation and show them their portfolio, all 3 of them ask the exact same question: can I buy something? So I'm wondering if periodically I should sell some shares and let them buy whatever they want to let them realize their gains, or just keep them and let them hold out so that they can, understand and gain patience and let it sit.
If I can answer that really quick, no. If you take any money out, take it out of yours. So the thing that I do with Xander, when I show him what's in his account, I'll go to the bank maybe once a month, once every 2 months, and I'll count the money out in front of him and let him play with it. Then I put it back.
Okay.
Now, because we didn't have access to this information, we want to teach them everything, and I think that's amazing, but they have to see the result of it. But what I don't want to happen is our kids get this information and then begin using it as a checking account. Because if you start them now to take money out to buy things, that habit will never go away. Especially if you have boys and they're girl crazy. You're gonna be like, I watched all these damn market Mondays for y'all, and you spent this on Keisha. You're gonna be upset. Don't do it.
X and O chain, gotta get it.
Because most people don't have this. No matter how many times they'll say, hey, this is the real secret, is like holding long. No one wants to hear it. That's why most people don't have the wealth that they want. So no, I don't want you to start that habit, but if you can take some out of yours,
yeah,
give them a little allowance based on merit, it'll help a hell of a lot.
To me, I would suggest showing them how to paper trade, right? So if you show them how to paper trade, then they can actually see that they've had some gains in the things that they picked. And if it makes a profit, then if you can, I would actually just pay them, right? This is how much
That's
you
a
gain.
great idea.
Oh, thanks, Janet. Right. So
don't get them down the rabbit hole of wanting to trade.
Yeah, don't sell anything. Don't sell anything.
Thank you for the question.
Thank you,
question.
Tamika.
Great question.
We got 2 more. Shot ready to go. Ghostface Shotty, boy, look like you in the butter rim too.
All right, Dara.
A lot of people lost chips on ARC.
How's it going, you guys?
I told them that's their fault.
No comment.
Gassed off ARC. What's going on, brother?
Pretty good, pretty good. I got a quick question regarding what are your thoughts on this U.S. digital dollar, and would our currency stay number 1 with the value that we have here?
For Rashad, you want to go?
Stable coin. It's like a stable coin, right?
Like the digital dollar, the U.S. They're making our own U.S. digital dollar to back up the currency that we have.
But it's like in the form of crypto, right?
Yeah.
It's like a stable coin, kinda.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. I mean, it's inevitable. I feel like everything is digital. It's only going to be probably in the next, conservatively, 20 years. There's not going to be paper money anymore. It's really inefficient to use paper money from a variety of different standpoints. And
that will create our biggest crash, though. But I'll talk about that later.
Well, it's got to happen eventually. And like even when I went to Europe, I realized that America is so backwards in so many different things. Like the size of euros are different depending on, you know, how much money it is. And the reason they do that is for like, you know, blind and vision impaired people, right? So if it's $100, it might be like 6 inches. If it's $50, it might be like 4 inches. So it makes sense. But all of our money is the same. So it's like if you're blind, you don't know the difference between $100 bill or a $1 bill. There's no braille on it. It's the same size. It's very hard to keep track of. It molds.
Sam.
Pablo Escobar, or Black Sam also, but Pablo Escobar, his money molded.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, as of recently, Victory Lap album, Nipsey told the story about Black Sam, how the money molded. It's extremely inefficient. It's a very inefficient way to do things from a variety of different standpoints. So yeah, I think it only makes sense to you know, we're going to see more and more countries adapt this. Yeah. And I feel like there has to be a stable coin that is universally accepted. This is what even with Facebook try to do with Libra. We spoke about this on
never let them do that, especially after.
Yeah, it didn't happen. But at some point, there's going to be a stable coin that's going to be universally accepted, because like stable coin, for anybody that's not familiar with what that is that's the crypto, but it doesn't move. It's stable. And that's the only real way that you can have currency, because you can't have a currency like Bitcoin is not a currency. You can't have it worth 55,000 one day and 40,000 a week later. Like, how are you going to do that? Your haircut is going to be like within an hour, you're going to have like pay double for the haircut.
Nah, bro.
So it's like currency has to be stable on a certain level. So stable coin, somebody is going to have a stable coin. So it makes sense that America would try to be on the forefront of it and establish, you know, the stable coin backed by, you know, the military. That's what money is really backed by, the military. It's not backed by anything. So, you know, the faith of the United States government and the military is what, you know, people have faith in our ability to pay our debts. So I think it's interesting, and I think it only makes sense. And I think that, you know, America definitely, in every country in the world at some point, will adapt, you know, their version of the currency, stable coin, and America will probably be the leader. America and China.
Yeah, we live in the digital world now. Like, you always kill me. I never carry cash. In fact, during Corona, a lot of stores said they didn't accept cash. It was card only. So I feel like our generation is prepared for that.
But it is a dangerous practice not to carry cash. DMX said that, always keep enough cash, I'm good for the day, because you never know what can happen.
That's a fact.
So you should.
I mean,
that's true.
If you guys are familiar with the EU and what happened and the devaluation of their currency, and from a sinister standpoint, this is some of the greatest puppeteering I ever seen in my life. Make sure when you guys are investing in stable coins, they're actually stable, unlike Tether. Told you guys about that. You said I was crazy. He doesn't know crypto. And now they're in a whole bunch of risky shit, and now they're not stable, right? So that'd be like Bear Stearns 2.0 potentially at some point. But with America doing it, and then if Bitcoin takes off, and I told you my theory about who could potentially own it, if we usher in a stable coin for the United States and we go away from paper money, then we usher in what is this version of the Amero. Oh, baby. As my grandmother would say, it's all over but the shouting. So be careful. Go Google. And for those of you who don't want to Google, hey, so be it. But I'm telling you, when you only have bits and data for money, it can easily be manipulated. And for those of us that are of a certain background or hue, what has happened historically in financial systems when there's not levers in place to protect us? But okay, I give it 14 weeks and it'll be a report out, and I'll talk about it later.
14 weeks. Where does that leave us?
It's not riddles. I want y'all to go learn. Certain things can't be said. Go study. You want to be rich? Go study. Go study. Man, I'll drive all y'all away just to get down to the core 1,000 who want it. That's freedom. Go study. But make sure when you go down this path of wanting digital currency, you're not walking into hell and fire on the way there. That's it. This is gonna be
I forgot whose question that was. Who was that?
Not sure.
Jen, whose question was that?
That was Dara.
Dara, appreciate that.
Yes.
That's a great question.
Crypto.
Crypto, Bitcoin back at 57,000.
Educate yourself on cryptocurrency. It's not going anywhere. Cryptocurrency is here to stay.
It's up 30% in October. Bitcoin alone.
Yes.
It's up a lot since I was at 28 plus. Execute.
They kept asking, where should we? And Mike Novogratz said that. He said if it gets to 38, he was like, listen, you got to get it. If it gets to 28, make sure you do.
You remember when I bought Bitcoin when I first got it?
That was November 17.
$6,000.
That's right. I was there.
Documented.
Yep.
It's documented.
So you guys know why I'm frustrated.
Yeah, what's wrong with this guy?
All right, next question.
Be doing Market Mondays from a yacht in space.
Charmaine, yourself, please. We're coming to you.
Hey, Queen, how are you?
Hello, everyone.
Hey, Charmaine.
How are you?
Great.
Good, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Awesome. I'm a mature earner. I started with you guys in May. I tell everybody about you, young and old. The information that you're sharing with the culture is just so needed. We're building our own table, and I just want to let you guys know I appreciate that. So my question is about smart contracts and Bitcoin. So I want to know if I can offer my services to my customers, allowing them to pay via smart contract in Bitcoin. And if so, how can I use the money that's made to buy the supplies that I need to service my customers? So I'm a vegan chef. I have a vegan weekly meal kit business. And my consumers are millennials, but they're also folks my age. And I'm wondering if this is a way for me to differentiate myself from other businesses by being able to take smart contracts.
It's a layer conversation. Brilliant idea. You're going to need someone on your team to build that for you. Maybe next week I can have like a full resource on how to do it, because like people give an easy explanation, but it's not the easiest thing to do on a smart contract side. Bitcoin, you can go through 15 minutes worth of research on Google and be able to do it. It is super advantageous. One of the biggest issues that I had last year was to decide if to take payment in crypto. Financially, I should have. But if I know, like when Stock Club was $297, for all of you like, hey, Stock Club is too much. Shout out to those of you who got in at $297, right? If I would have took Bitcoin, it would be worth 10x what you guys paid. But I thought it was wrong to then know a multiple was going to come off of your payment. Some people wouldn't care.
Why is that wrong?
Because if I'm not telling them that I'm going to make a multiple on their money, I don't think, for the objective that I have, I don't think that it's right to say I'm gonna take $297 from you, but then off of it I'm gonna make $8,000.
But it's still. I don't see any conflict in that, because it's still a risky investment at the end of the day. So Bitcoin can go up or go down, so it's still not guaranteed.
I know where it's gonna go though.
But listen, it's not like you're taking advantage of people. It's $297, whether they paid it in cash or whether they paid it in Bitcoin. It just so happens that Bitcoin goes up in price. It's still the same. Like I was talking 19 Keys. He was telling me the other day, he was like, I'm only getting paid in Ethereum and Bitcoin moving forward. I'm not getting
he told me the same conversation. But for where we were in 2020, I know if I would have did that and opposed to telling them where to get in with Bitcoin, it would have been an issue, because they try and make an issue out of everything. So it's a morality thing. But for you, Queen, you definitely should do it, because just the other side of it, if clients are willing to pay you in Bitcoin, if you are getting, especially if you can drive sales in at a particular time, which I'll be happy to tell you that for free, the multiples that you can make on having the money invested will be absolutely amazing. So even if your margins are only 30%, if you're doing it through Cardano or Bitcoin in a year or two, man, you'll probably make 4 or 5x on that capital. But maybe I can do like a breakdown next week.
Yeah, I feel like
you're recommending that I hold on to the revenue that I get from Bitcoin and not. I was wondering if I can actually use it to buy supplies. Is there a way for me to?
You definitely can
make it into USD dollars that I can actually use.
You can, but if you, opposed to having, and it's something I haven't talked about publicly, but the reason why people are accepting Bitcoin and Cuban will accept Doge and every other coin, because with the multiple of what it's going to go up in a 2-year period. So let's say you have a person pay you $150 in a year, that $150 sale could be $1,900 or $2,400 in comparison. So I would definitely love to talk to you offline, and I'll connect you with Kayla, and she can help you with Cardano. But for my business owners, if you're taking Ethereum, crypto of any kind, I'm begging you, please hold it. It's going to be some of the easiest money that you ever make in your business.
Yeah. Thank you. I'm confused with some of these YouTube comments, though. They're saying morals and things of that nature. It's like, if you believe in cryptocurrency and you believe that, you know, a centralized dollar is not the way to go and we should be using crypto, why? I'm not talking about Ian specifically, but I'm just like, why would you have a problem in getting paid in crypto? This is the conversation that we have, and we're moving into a new era where we think that the centralized dollar is a thing of the past. The whole point is to get more people involved in crypto, to do business in crypto, to make money. We never apologize about making money. So I don't understand some of the YouTube comments when they're like, it's a morality. What's the morality? What are we talking about?
But because if I sell you this cup, or let's say you sold me this cup, right? And I bought it off you for 50. But if I go to Sotheby's and I know that it's worth 15x, I should at least tell you, hey man, it's worth 50. You sold it to me for 50, but when I go sell it over here. So for me, like, that's why, like, and I totally get what you're saying. Now, looking back at it, like, my accountant would be like, you're stupid as hell to not have taken it, especially knowing what I know. Like, one day when I do the full documentary and all that, Oprah, please call me. Gail, call me, please. Let's do something. Let's team up. But man, what it cost me was tremendous. But long-term trust means more than anything. So I think we're both right. But for me, my dad always tells me, please protect yourself at all times. That would have been one of the biggest things that the community tried to hang us with. Well, they used our money to put it into crypto and didn't tell us.
We're going to start accepting crypto. I just thought about it. EYL does not accept crypto right now, but that will change.
Yeah.
We will be accepting Ethereum and Bitcoin.
Panda, yeah.
If you want to pay, it's up to you. If you want to pay merch, anything, we are moving forward into this new era, and we will be accepting crypto, and you have full knowledge of if you want to pay in crypto, you can pay in crypto.
Big facts. And Red Panda coin coming soon too.
This is a written testimony.
That is a fact.
Hey, real quick, Janet, I'm gonna just do the earnings report. All right, is that cool?
That's cool.
All right. So this earnings report is brought to you by our good friends at Ally. All right, this episode is brought to you by Ally Financial. Ally is an option if you're looking to bank or invest. Please mark your calendars. Please. Ernest, Red Panda family, mark your calendars. Ally is having a live stream on their YouTube. All right, so tune into Ally's live stream on YouTube November 3rd to hear from industry experts and leading strategists that will be dropping gems for you. Don't miss out on creating your own financial legacy. Reserve your spot at http://ally.com/digital conference. That's http://ally.com/digital conference. All right, so
I can't wait.
It's beginning of earning season, and first up are our banks. All right, so we have JP reporting on Wednesday. We have Delta.
Oh, baby.
Shout out to Delta. They treat us well on all our flights. Shout out to Delta. They'll be reporting Wednesday. I was listening to CNBC earlier, and they were just saying, when's a good time to buy airline stocks? They're like, Warren Buffett said, there's never a great time.
Never.
There's never a great time.
Never.
Thursday, one of our companies that we talk about all the time and the leading asset inside of the SMH ETF TSM will be reporting. And we obviously know the supply chain issues that are going on. So we'll be interesting to see how they performed in the quarter. Yeah, that's yeah. But you know what? Could be a good buy-in point for a lot of people who've been waiting for TSM. They've been waiting to get to their number. I have a feeling that
96.73 is a good area to get in.
Yeah, we might have a pullback. All right, Bank of America will also be reporting Thursday. Wells Fargo, Citi, and Domino's. We spoke about Domino's last night, and we've spoken a bunch of times here on Market Mondays about how it is a pizza/tech company. So they'll be reporting. And then Friday, we got Goldman Sachs, Schwab, and PNC. So big bank week for earnings.
Goldman is solid. Domino's is great. PNC, of course, Jamie Dimon, like, man, doing a great job. Okay. Shout out to Brian Moynihan. Appreciate you.
What we doing? We got one more?
Yeah, let's get another question.
All right.
And as far as crypto, for those of you commenting as well, crypto is not decentralized either. When all these institutions own it and have it in their funds, the idea of it being separate from the thesis of it is gone, but the use case is amazing.
I think Jamie Dimon made some comments yesterday or today about crypto. And it was like, do you really want JP involved in crypto? Because then it kind of centralizes the situation. Right?
They've been involved.
They're already involved.
I'm talking like publicly, like with him saying it. Obviously, we know we
what difference does it make? They're already involved. Everybody's
they don't
involved.
want the perception of them being the front runner of it because it begins to taint it. Like, I get it, but they've already been involved. When they were saying no in 2016 here in London, they were already buying it. That's what I'll tell you guys. Like, I understand what you're trying to go for, and it's like even with NFTs, give it 19 months, they're going to take that market over too. Like that. Like, okay. In street culture, you got to, you think that these banks and hedge funds are going to let the people, and I would love for it to happen. Do you think that they are going to let us have a platform that they don't get a VIG on? It does not exist. Does not exist. The same rules that we learned in our neighborhoods came down from the Vatican, which were then passed down to the second, go Google. Then they were passed down to corporations. They're going to take a fee at every toll. The idea of something being decentralized, it does not exist, man. Go look at the biggest corporations and see what they have to go through. There's a reason why all the tech leaders have to go to the White House 4 and 5 times a year. Mindful. But to the moon, I hear you. Y'all said that about ARC too, and that's just to the floor. Stop arguing with me because you want to beat me and just use what I'm giving to help you. Everybody else want to tell you what you want to hear. So next month you can pay that $99. Listen, I'm here to help because when I leave, I'm not coming back. Michael, coming to you.
Hey, what's up, guys?
This is just for entertainment.
What's going on, brother?
How you doing?
What's going on? How y'all doing?
Good. How you feeling?
Good. How you, man?
Pretty good. I haven't been on the show in like a year, man. I'm glad you guys.
I know where you been.
Man, I've been doing the work. I've been a sniper for like past year, so I've been just doing all the work you've been telling me to do.
I'm proud of you, man. That makes me happy. I
appreciate it. Actually, I was calling to ask a sniper question.
Awesome. Okay, come on.
All right. Well, I mean, it's an easy question. I've been listening to the playback that you dropped from the presentation that you did during the Best Fest, and I was trying to figure out how to actually implement like the risk to reward ratio in my trading, seeing I'm about to go live in the next couple months.
You broke up a little bit. What did you say about risk to reward ratio?
Well, how to actually use it in my trading, like moving forward, because I'm about to go live in the next couple months, so I'm trying to see how to actually use the ratios that you gave us to use in our trading.
Did you well, okay, let's say if your stop loss is, what do you trade, NASDAQ?
ZB and NASDAQ.
Okay, so let's say we're doing NASDAQ and your stop loss is 80 ticks, right? If we do a multiple of 15, so whatever your stop loss is, multiply that times the risk to reward ratio that you're going after, and that will put your target at 1,200 ticks. So everyone write this down. Stop loss times the multiple that you want to go for, and that will tell you what your target should be. And same with stocks. Like if you're entering in a company at 200 and your multiple or you're risking 1 to make 10, your target would then be at $2,000.
Okay.
You'll be good.
All right. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Man, I appreciate you. And I'm proud of you for doing the work, man.
Oh, definitely. I'm going to keep doing the work.
Shout out to you.
Oh.
Shout out to
It's almost been a year since we did the sniper program, man. I know some of y'all missed out. I don't know. Maybe we'll break the internet and do something for anniversary. I don't know. Who knows? Who knows what God may call us to do? We're going to let Shotty get some sea bass upstairs, and then we'll poly tomorrow, you know.
Jan.